Alright, so today we're looking at Benco 2025, Test 2, Section 1. First question, insert more than, less than, or equal to correctly complete the statement below. We have 110,000 and 110. So let's write the in figures for these. So 110,000, and this one here is 110. So we realize that 110,000 is more than 110. Write the following number in expanded form. Alright, we expand the number here. So we have 6, so we have the digit here, 62531, or place value chart, ones, tens, hundred, thousands, tens of thousands. So we know this will be 6 by 10,000, add 2 by 1,000, add 5 by 100, add 3 by 10, add 1 by 1. Alright, so we expanded the number 62,531. So let's circle the prime number from the list below. We know a prime number only has 1 and itself as factors. So the prime number here would be 13, because only 1 by 13 will give us 13, no other combination. So find the sum of the square numbers from the list below. So first we need to identify the square numbers. We know a square number is the result of multiplying a number by itself. So the square numbers we have in this list here is 81, 16, and 64. Then they said to calculate the sum. Sum means to add. So to calculate the sum, we have 81, add 16, add 64, and that will give us 161. Moving on to number 5. Lewis has 15 rows of lettuce. Each row has 25 lettuce. How many lettuce does he have altogether? So we know now, I don't want it to calculate altogether, and I know in one row we have 25 lettuce, and there's a total of 15 rows. So we know one row is 25, and I want to calculate for 15 rows. So that will be 25 multiplied by 15. That will give us 375. Joel shared 68 mangoes evenly among his 5 friends. How many mangoes did he have remaining? So he evenly divided it and among 5 friends. So that means each one of them got the same amount, and then they want to calculate the remainder. To calculate the remainder, it's very simple. We could use the long division method. Long division here, we know the steps in dividing is to divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So we have 68 divided by 5. 5 could go into 6 one time. 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. 6 take away 5 is 1. Next step is to bring down. This number now becomes 18. 5 could go into 18 3 times. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. 18 take away 15 is 3. We don't have any other numbers to bring down. So that means you want to calculate how much did he have remaining. So therefore this value here will show the remainder. So he had 3 remaining. What fraction is equivalent to the shaded portion on the shape below? So we have now to calculate the total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so the denominator would be 15, that's the total. And I want to know what portion shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 15. So we could simplify here or reduce by dividing by 5. So 5 we're going to 5 one time, 5 we're going to 15 three times. We want to know which fraction is equivalent. Equivalent means basically the same. So it's 1/3. So said here now add 18.26, 9.5 and 21.06. When adding decimals, we always line up the digits so that the decimal point will be one under the other. So we have 18.26, then I'll put 21.06, and then the last one is 9.5. I'll fill out the spaces with zeros, and then we add. 6 out of 6 is 12. 5 out of 2 is 7, add 1 is 8. You bounce up the point, you just go back the point. 9 add 1 is 10, add 8 is 18. 2 add 1 is 3, add 1 is 4. So we got 48.82. Number 9, from a 5 1/2 meter long rope, Tyson used 3 7/10 meter. What length of rope remained? So to calculate remainder, we know that we need to subtract. So basically this question here is subtraction of mixed numbers. So we have 5 1/2 take away 3 7/10. So what I do to subtract mixed numbers, first I'll change them into improper fractions. So we say 5 by 2 is 10, add 1 is 11 over 2. Take away 3 by 10 is 30, add 7 is 37 over 10. Now we have the common denominator, which would be 10, because we know that 2 could go into 10, so therefore the denominator would be 10. Alright, so 2 could go into 10 5 times. 5 by 11 is 55. Take away 10 could go into 10 one time. 37 by 1 is 37. 55 take away 37 is 18 all over 10, and this is the same as 1 and 8 over 10, or 1 and 4/5 if you simplify. Alright, 1 and 4/5 meters. Complete the pattern shown below. So we have 50, 45, 40, something, 30, 25. We realize that the pattern is decreasing. So therefore, if the pattern is decreasing and getting smaller, the two operations we could use is either subtraction or division. So looking at this pattern now, to move from 50 to 45, you take away 5. 45 to 40, you take away 5. So 40 take away 5 will give us 35, and 35 take away 5 is 30. So we know the pattern rule is subtracting 5. So therefore the missing pattern there would be 35. What is the length of the pen shown on the ruler? So we know to calculate the length, you take the point at which the pen ends, in this case is 10 centimeters, and subtract the point at which it starts, which is 5.5 centimeters or 5.5 centimeters. So 10 take away 5.5 will give us 4.5 centimeters. 4.5 or 4.5. Kevin left home at 6:30 a.m. and arrived at school 45 minutes later. At what time did he arrive at school? So to calculate the arrival time, 6:30 a.m. plus 30 minutes will give us to the nearest whole hour, which would be 7 a.m. And we know it's 45 minutes, so we need to add on 15 more minutes to the 7 a.m. now to make the 45 minutes. So 7 a.m. plus 15 minutes will give us 7:15 7:15 a.m. Number 13, calculate the perimeter of the shape shown below. Perimeter, we know, is the distance around the shape. Alright, we first examine the shape here and ensure that we have all sides, the lengths of all the sides. So we have 7, 7, 13, 2, 29. So good. So we know now that we have all the measurements for all sides forming the shape. So now all we need to do to calculate the perimeter is add all the sides together. So to calculate the perimeter, we add 7 centimeters, add 7 centimeters, add 13 centimeters, add 2 centimeters, add 20 centimeters, add 9 centimeters. This will give us a total of 58 centimeters. Number 14, how much heavier is bag A than bag B? So we have two different units. We have kilograms and we have grams. Whenever we have two different units, we always need to convert to work in like units, the same units. So what I will do, I will convert the kilograms into grams. We know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So for bag A, for 2.5 kgs, that will be 2.5 multiplied by 1,000. And whenever we multiply by 1,000, we move the decimal point 3 places to the left, to the right hand side. Alright, so this would be 2.5, 1, 2, 3. Follow the spaces with zeros. This becomes 2,500 grams. From here now, I wanted to calculate how much heavier is bag A than B. To calculate how much heavier, we need to subtract. So to calculate how much heavier, it will be 2,500 grams. Take away the 2,050 grams. And this will leave us with 450 grams. Alright, number 15. Paul is facing northwest and made 2 quarter turns in a clockwise direction. 2 quarter turns clockwise direction. What direction is he now facing? So first he was northwest. He moved 1, 2. 2 quarter turns, so he's facing southeast. Alright. Remember, a quarter turn is the same as a right angle, which is equal to 90 degrees. Number 16, how many edges does a square base pyramid have? Alright, so we know a pyramid, all the edges meet at one vertex. Alright, to the top. Alright. How many edges does a square base pyramid have? So counting it here now, we know it have 4 in the base. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for each of the triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out 4 is 8 edges. Draw all the lines of symmetry on the shape below. So we have one vertical line of symmetry and one horizontal line of symmetry. The set here now, number 18, the mean of 6 numbers is 29. What is the sum of the numbers? To calculate the sum of numbers, it will be the mean multiplied by the number of numbers. So the mean was 29 and the number of numbers was 6. So 29 multiplied by 6 is 174. So the sum of the numbers is 174. Number 19, the tally table below shows the number of points 5 houses scored. How many more points did the yellow house score than the red? To calculate how much more, we need to subtract. So I want to know how many more points did the yellow house score than the red, yellow and red. Yellow is 5 and 10 and 2 is 12, so the yellow is 12. Take away, the red is 5, 6, 7, 8. So 12 take away 8, which is equal to 4. So there are 4 more points. The pictograph below represents the number of pupils in a 4-H club from each standard. So we have standards 1 to 5. If there are 20 more standard 3 pupils than standard 2 pupils, how many pupils does one of this graphic represent? So they said now there are 20 more standard 3 students. So looking at this here now, we could see there are 4 more graphics for standard 3 than standard 2. So which tells us that 4 of the graphics is equal to the 20 more students. So to find out for one of the graphic, it will be the 20 divided by 4, which is equal to 5 students. Alright. So good, and that's it for section 1 in test 2 2025.